This is a cookbook I picked up this weekend at a yard sale. The reason I picked it up is it is made by Current from 1979. If you're not familiar with Current, it was a catalog that had stationery, stickers, recipes. Actually, I believe they're still around today. But when I was a child, my aunt, as a treat, would let us pick something from the Current catalog. So I just have a lot of great childhood memories. So whenever I find something that says Current on it, I get pretty excited. So I flipped through the cookbook. It's just basic recipes, but I found this one that looked a little interesting. It's called New York Spaghetti Pie. It's basically a baked spaghetti. None of my family members made baked spaghetti growing up. I think the only place I ever had it was the school cafeteria, but I thought it sounded very interesting, so I am going to give it a try. So the ingredients, I have them all gathered right here. So 8 ounces of spaghetti, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup grated Parmesan cheese, 2 tablespoons butter, 1/2 cup chopped green bell pepper, 1/3 cup onion, 1 cup sour cream, 1 pound Italian sausage, 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste, 1 cup of water, and 4 ounces sliced mozzarella cheese. And you do this in layers. So the first layer is going to be the spaghetti. I have the water boiling, and then the next layer is going to be, what's the next layer? Oh, the next layer I have to saute the onions and the bell peppers. I actually am leaving out the bell peppers because that is one thing I do not eat. I do not like bell peppers. I kind of feel like sometimes they make me sick, so I'm just leaving those out. So after I have the spaghetti ready, then I will start on sauteing the onions. As the spaghetti is cooking, Robert is browning the sausage because it's going to take the longest, and then I am about ready to saute the onions. In the instructions, they did it layer by layer, but that would take forever, so we are basically doing it all at once, but then we'll layer it in the proper order. So that's the Italian sausage. Spaghetti only has 2 more minutes, and I am going to saute onions. Alright, the first layer was 2 eggs beaten together, and then you add the 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. That looks kind of weird. And then you toss this in with the spaghetti. I don't know. This looks a little weird to me. Let's try this. Alright, I'm going to need to scrape this bowl. I don't have my tripod handy, so give me a second. Alright, this is the first layer, the eggs and the Parmesan cheese with the noodles. Robert did point out my dish was way too big, so I moved to a smaller dish. Sorry, I'm stirring onions as I'm taping this. So I moved to a smaller dish, and then the next layer is the onions. Okay, the second layer is very weird. It was the sauteed onions, and also if I would have cooked bell peppers, but I did not. You add in 1 cup of sour cream, mix it together, and then you're gonna spoon it on over the spaghetti for the second layer. Alright, so this is the second layer with the sour cream and onion, and then the final layer, or the third layer, Robert had browned the meat. He added the can of tomato paste and 1 cup of water. So now he is going to spoon that on top of that. And honestly, I just don't read directions. It actually says in the directions to use a 10-inch pie pan. I don't know why I thought I needed a 13-inch casserole dish. I was wrong. So we just are using this little, I don't know what kind of dish you call this. And then, all right. The next step is bake for 25 minutes and then take it out, put the mozzarella cheese on it, and let that brown for 4 minutes, and then you're done.
Okay.
So they don't want the cheese ahead of time.
Perfect.
Alright, so we're going to put this in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay, so this is what it looks like after baking for 25 minutes. We are now going to pour some mozzarella cheese on top. In the recipe, they just did mozzarella strips, but we are just going to sprinkle mozzarella cheese on top. And then we are going to put it back in the oven for about 4 or 5 minutes until the cheese melts. Okay, this has been in the oven for like 8 minutes. We wanted the cheese to be nice and brown. So now Robert is going to attempt to cut it. I'm not for sure how this is going to work, but it looks so good.
I don't know. I'll do it like lasagna, I guess. Right?
Yeah. I'm curious how the sour cream layer looks.
You'll find out
That
in
was
just a minute.
just confusing to me. Oh.
Okay, this is going to get interesting.
Oh, it is actually staying together pretty good. I am surprised. Okay, so it didn't layer out completely. So it did stay together. Look at that. Wow, that looks really good. I'm impressed that it stayed together. Alright. Alright, I'm going to do a taste test. So I'm really impressed that it stayed together like a pie. But I know it's going to be hot. And the cheese is lots of cheese. Oh my god. That's really good. You can still taste the sour cream. I thought that layer was going to be so weird, but it actually works really, really good. It's really good. We're definitely going to be cooking this again.